Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting videos. Today, we are diving into something a little darker. We are going to be talking about the real story behind The Conjuring. And trust me, it's far more disturbing than what you saw in the movie. Before the Perron family ever stepped foot into that house, something was already there. The land itself had a history filled with strange deaths, whispers of tragedy, and stories that people in the area refused to talk about. In 1971, the Perron family moved into a quiet farmhouse in Rhode Island, hoping for a fresh start. At first, everything felt normal. The house was old, quiet, almost peaceful. But that feeling didn't last. It started small, a door left open, when no one remembered opening it, footsteps echoing through empty hallways, and every night, at exactly 3:07 a.m., someone or something seemed to move inside the house. At first, they ignored it. They told themselves it was just the house settling. But then, things got worse. Carolyn Perron, the mother, started waking up with bruises. Not small ones, but marks that looked like fingers, as if something had grabbed her in her sleep. Then came the smell, a thick, rotting odor that would fill the room without warning.
Works. Tell your father. And there was this really funky smell in my bedroom last night. It reeked like something died.
And just when it faded, something else would happen. A voice, not loud, not distant, but close, whispering her name from right behind her. The children began to experience it too. They would wake up in the middle of the night, claiming someone was standing in their room, watching them, not moving, just watching. Some of them refused to sleep alone. Others claimed they could hear breathing in the darkness.
There's nothing in here. There's nobody in here.
There was someone else in here. I was just sleeping and then I felt someone grab my feet.
At this point, the family knew this wasn't normal. This wasn't just an old house. Something was living with them. Desperate for answers, they reached out to paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren. When the Warrens arrived, they didn't need long. The moment they stepped inside, they felt it. A presence, heavy, unwelcome, watching. Lorraine later described it as something that had attached itself to Carolyn, not just in the house, but to her, watching her, following her, waiting. The Warrens believed the spirit was something darker, something that didn't just want to scare the family, but control them. So they decided to conduct a seance. But the moment it began, everything went wrong. Carolyn's body went stiff. Her head snapped back. And then, she started speaking. But it wasn't her voice. It was deeper, angrier, something else. The room filled with fear. The energy shifted. And then, the chair she was sitting on lifted off the ground. At that moment, the Warrens knew they had pushed too far. After that night, they stepped away from the case, but the family had no choice. They stayed, living in that house, day after day, night after night, with something they couldn't see, but could always feel. Years passed. The activity never truly stopped. It just became part of their lives. Imagine that, sleeping every night, knowing you are not alone. Eventually, the Perron family moved out, but the story didn't end there, because even today, people who visit that house report strange things, unexplained sounds, shadows moving, and the overwhelming feeling of being watched. So when you watch The Conjuring, remember this: what you saw was only a version of the story. The real events were quieter, slower, and in many ways, far more disturbing, because the scariest things don't always scream. They wait. Would you stay in that house? If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.